Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays Balatro, where today we'll be playing Orange Steak on the Zodiac deck. In the Zodiac deck, we have the Tarot Merchant and the Planet Merchant vouchers, and these two vouchers double the number of tarot cards and planet cards we are going to be having in there. Now, so that we will at least get some jokers still, we also have the Overstock voucher. So there's an additional card slot available in the slot. So all that is all nice and working together. Now, on top of this, we are going to be running this under Orange Steak. And an Orange Steak, in addition to all that other stuff we had going back with all the previous steak editions, we now have the chance of getting perishable jokers. Remember earlier we got eternal jokers? These are jokers that cannot be sold or cannot be destroyed or anything like that. So, which is good or bad depending upon the situation. Perishable jokers are jokers that will be debuffed after 5 rounds. This means that you've got 5 rounds in order to use them, and if it's a joker that you're unlikely to be wanting for more than just a few rounds, it's not a problem in any way whatsoever. If it's something that you definitely want to keep all the way through, then either you take it as a perishable and then hope it gets replaced later on, or skip it or whatever, depending upon the situation. Now, there are some jokers that by their nature will not be perishable. I don't know the full list of them, but they tend to be ones that would be useless if they were debuffed after 5 rounds. So let us go and play this and see what happens. We will, of course, begin as usual with the small blind where we don't have any jokers or anything like that whatsoever. Let's see if we can find a... Oh, we've got a good situation on clubs here. So we might as well see if we can get a club flush. Let's see. This looks like it's worth 40. Well, actually, it's worth 42, it looks like. So that'll be 308, if I counted that right. Yeah. So that will be out for there. We've got... Well, okay, so we got a buffoon pack. Oh, quite a... oh, quite a choice here. Do I go for the Supernova, which is nice, or do we go for the Spare Trousers? Now, Spare Trousers are +2 mult if played hand contains a 2 pair, so I just need to play a lot of 2 pairs in here. And that is right, +1 mult per times it's played. So I will go and play this. I think that'll be a little bit better. And then I might as well get Uranus, since if I'm going to be playing 2 pairs in order to do the trousers, then I might as well go into that the full way. So that's an interesting pair. Now, that one's not... The other choice in there, the Supernova, was Eternal. And this one is just a normal one, so I can decide whether I want to keep it or not. Most likely I would, but we'll have to see on that. But first I need to get a 2 pair here in order... here is a 2 pair right away. Good. And I think, would that be enough? Because... not quite. Yeah, 2 pair is a little bit weak at the beginning, of course. And anyway, if it doesn't work perfectly the first time, we've got this upgraded twice. So there are advantages of not one-shotting it when you are trying to build up something like this. I sometimes forget that. The rocket. The rocket is such a wonderful starter. Well, it's a good money one, so therefore spending money for it is no problem. This means, of course, that it's going to be with me for the entire game, since this is an eternal joker. The question is it worth it as an eternal joker? We are about to find out, I guess. because I just went and splurged for it. But I'm going to get quite a bit of money by the time this whole thing is over, assuming, of course, I survive that long, because the disadvantage is that's one less slot I have in my Joker. 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get 9, 9, 3, 3. Actually, I might as well go for the full house in this case, because the full house is worth more. It will still bump up the spare trousers. So it sounds like the best course of action for yeah, it looks like that barely did. I think the 2 pair would not have been enough there. So, in which case, I was thinking the advantage is not necessarily a disadvantage if I don't one-shot. I sometimes forget that in the excitement of trying to get one-shots. All right, what do I have in the Buffoon pack? Do I have any Chips Jokers in here? An Eternal Swashbuckler. An Eternal Golden Joker. Well, I don't need... It sounds like I'm just going to have to skip this. The Swashbuckler is... I don't know. This would be worth +6 if I get it, but it's not going to scale very well after the mid-game, so I'm just going to have to take this and continue along my way. Yep, let's continue on. And we've got the mouth coming up. So that means that I will be playing a number of 2 pairs in there, it looks like. Or at least that's the plan. I just hope I don't get one of those occasions where the 2 pairs just decide to completely elude me, because that sometimes happens. Sometimes they're very, very reliable, and sometimes they do their best to not work out. Actually, oh, that +8, that's starting to get to a decent value, looks like, because that just one shot in there. The Clever Joker. Okay, there are some chips right over here. Good. Now I've got a chip source. That's only going to be for 5 turns, because that is a perishable Joker. But I'm hoping to have something to replace it by the time things get along. Maybe that didn't work out very well. Okay, I'll take the Earth, because at least from the point of view of the spare trousers, the full house is as good as 2 pair. So let's see. Let's go hunt for another 2 pair. And this is not what I wanted. Wait. Oh my goodness gracious. There is a... This isn't the scenario where I would be getting the achievement, but there is actually an achievement for discarding a royal flush. But I've already completed that achievement, so I'm not going to worry about that. I will keep the king. I'll be keeping... I try to get 2 fair, and it's giving me this 4 royal flush, then it gives me 4 kings. It just does not want me to play 2 pair. My poor genius didn't get promoted then. That was a very exact one shot there. All right, Uranus, yes, please. Let's see. Popcorn. I didn't think that popcorn could be perishable. That's interesting. The order of operations. I think because they both effects last for 5 turns, so maybe that's why they allow it to be perishable. Because the question is whether it'll go debuff before or after it disappears. And the difference in that is if it gets debuffed first, then it won't disappear, but it'll be worthless, but then you could sell it. But if it I think it disappears first, though. In which case, the perishable sticker would be completely meaningless for this particular case. Now, buying that probably wasn't the best idea in retrospect. Because, right? From the point of view of leveling the genes. All right, there we go. Now, let's do that. Yeah, you look at that. 6,000. Well, that is a nice amount. Though, of course, the power is going to be decreasing, not increasing as time goes on. My rocket is now at 5. Good. So, I think money's not going to be a problem for a while. Fortune teller is at +0, so that's obviously useless. Let's see. Celestial pack. A jumbo celestial pack. Well, I'll just have to take the Earth then. And the grabber voucher, we worry about that later. I've got enough in order to get through. We got the fish coming up. Well, that's... Well, still one-shotting things when they get there. It won't be much of a problem. It's playing what you want when the fish is around. If you have to dig for what you want to play and fish is around, then you get into a great deal of trouble. Now the question is, will I still be able to do something? I was slightly less than double out on there, so I don't think I'll be able to one-shot the boss unless I have a particularly good 2-pair. Let's see. This is... I want to grab that eventually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the next round. Do that, then I should have enough money in which to be able to buy the... There you go. 1, 2. Let's do it that way. We'll get... Yeah, take to full house or not. That's right, the full house would be even more since I've been leveling that up, right? How am I doing? Oh, the full house right now is actually, the full house is better than the 2-pair. Alright. At least from the point of view of how much it scores. Let's see, Judgment. Obelisk. Interesting. I don't play Obelisk all that well. Let's see. So if I play a couple of full houses, but then when full house catches up with 2-pair and how often it's been played, then the whole thing gets reset. Well, we'll grab the grabber. Okay, so we have anything in here. What's in the celestial pack? We've got, well, Uranus. We got that one. And we, do I go for this? Do I look at the spectral pack? Oh, too curious. Ooh, Ouija converts all cards to a single type -1 hand size. Now I just had, what vouchers do I have? Oh, of course, the 3 I got at the beginning plus the hand one I've got. Alright, I think I'll get the talisman. Sounds like even more money. Alright. Nah. Let's save the money for the moment. Alright, the fish. Do I have... Okay, I got a 2-pair in here immediately. That's good. Not quite a one-shotter, but just short of it. In fact, anything I play is likely to win now. The question is, can I get another 2-pair to actually continue with the trousers? And I do. I mean, this is an easy win at this point. Alright, so unfortunately the clever Joker is no longer very clever, so we have to sell that. Now there are some rare cases where you might decide not to sell it immediately. One of those cases would be, for example, if you're getting near the very, very end and you're expecting the final boss to be one where you have to sell a Joker. That I don't know what happens if you sell a debuffed Joker. Will that still count, or whether it says no, you're gonna have to sell someone else? I have never done that experiment yet. Speaking of experiments, the popcorn is one turn away from being an experiment in itself. Let's see. So, oh, there's the paintbrush voucher. Oh, well, plus one hand size. Well, let's not do that yet. We will save it for after we pick up a little bit of money. We will pick up this celestial pack. We've got, okay, we don't have a Uranus, but we do have an Earth. So we'll take care of that. Everything is done over there. Flint. Alright. Flint. Let's see. We've got 3 of a kind, but not a full house. Everything's trying to evade me, isn't it? Alright, there we go. There we go. There's our pair. The obelisk is going to hate that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had this obelisk thing that... see, I don't play the obelisk very well, as you... if that weren't obvious, as it were. Okay. Ooh, things are escalating. That's right, because of that escalation we had when we did purple stake. So 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, 2. This is, well, I'd like to do my experiment with popcorn, and I can't do my popcorn experiment if I lose. There you go. That should be enough. Well, that answers the question. It goes pop. It goes pop before it gets debuffed. And I suspected that much, but good. Raised fist, eternal. Eternal raised fist. I don't like that. Actually, no, we'll leave that there, but we will use that, of course. We will use that. Well, Mercury, I guess, would be the best choice on that group. Now, Jokers. Smiley face. Alright, you could join the club. Alright, so we'll bring in Smiley and see if that does anything good for us. 555. How's my 2 pairs at 127 and full house is at 115.10. So the full house is a little bit better, unless we have so much mult that I think it's probably more close to a toss-up at the moment. Maybe slight edge to the full house would be my guess. Let's see what we got. Smiley face with a full house here. Of course, full house will still have the advantage of the extra card being taken into account. Right, yeah, full house all the way because of the extra card. So let's see, 88332, good. Yeah, I keep on running my obelisk. I am going to have to sell that obelisk at some point, but first I need something in which to purchase. Mad Joker. Plus 10 multiplied. Okay, well, we get a Mad Joker. Didn't I have a perishable one of that before or something? Well, anyway, this looks like it's all well and good. What's in? Let's see, do I just save that for? Hey, let's get an Arcana pack. Do we want the money or do we want the High Priestess? Well, let's use that. Take the High Priestess. Neither of these is particularly useful. Well, too bad. Go to the Flint. Alright, 2 pair with money. $6,400, good. Let's get rid of a few cards for fishing for another item. Desperately need to find a replacement for the obelisk. Yeah, time I got a little something out of the obelisk. Alright, things are going to be escalating really fast now. Alright, let's see the Hermit. Obviously, we'll get the Hermit. And another Eternal Raised Fist. Because I need a malt. I need an X-Malt Joker if I'm going to have any chance of getting to the end. Tarot Tycoon. Not really. I don't feel that one all that well. What do we get in here? Another talisman. It really likes to give me talismans. Should we give you a twin to the other queen? -1 hand size, but we get all to a single random. I don't know. I've never tried Ouija all that much. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we get 9 cards, all to the same rank. But then my hand size is going to be reduced. But because I got the paintbrush, let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? All deuces, probably. Well, all aces. Sorry, smiley face. I got only 8. Only 8 face cards now. Oh well. Yeah, that's what I get for doing that. Well, if I get Scholar, it'll be great. Let's see what's in the Mega Standard Pack. Well, we could go back to having another. Actually, we'll take that, and we'll take that. Anything else here? Could I re-roll any? Ooh, Jolly Joker. Well, it's going to be more useful, I think. Hold on. This is... How am I doing on my clubs? My clubs are highest, tied for highest, so... How about the Onyx Agate? See how that works. Venus and that. Throwback. I haven't skipped anything. Baron. Each king held gives fun point. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be worth all that much in the long term. Oh, right. It was the chip version of that Joker I had, not the mad version. So this is. I don't have chip sources here. Well, 120 and full house. Yeah, I guess that's enough chips for now. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's go and run and see what we've got here. We can get a Mega Celestial pack. Do I feel like skipping? I don't think I feel like skipping at the moment. I got no perishables that are going to be ticking down now. So we will continue leveling up our trousers, which are at 36 molt right now. So that's a pretty decent value. But I really want some X molt. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I now have this plethora of aces. Well, 4 aces. Actually, I don't think I probably have all that much from the aces at the moment. So let's get back to. Let's see. Well, if how many aces do I got left in here? I got 4 aces left. So no shock that I managed to finish off with another 2 pair with aces in it. Alright, I still need a little bit of work on this deck if it's going to have any hope. What I need, of course, is X Molt. Wheel of Fortune! Nope. Neither of these two are going to be all that great, so I'm not going to worry about those. 48. How much is that rocket is giving me now? Plus 9 each round, yes. It's eternal, but it's going to eternally be giving me money, which is the reason why I decided to take it. Let's see. Neptune. That seems unlikely to be a good one for me, but alright. Standard pack. Alright, let's get. What do we got in here? Well, how am I doing with my kings at the moment? My kings, I have 3 kings. I don't want to add any kings at the moment. I think I'm just skipping that one. I don't see anything useful there. And X Molt. Unfortunately, I only have 1 item. Not really worth it at this time. So I'm just going to have to skip it. Of course, maybe I could have taken the Magician and the driver's license and started on the road to getting up to 16. I guess that could have been an option. Yeah, because I am going to have to do something because I think I am starting to fall behind on the pace here. Let's see if I could get a planet card. Well, alright. Probably just well that didn't work because now this. Will this be enough? Well, at least it'll advance the trousers, and it barely gets through. Oh! That's why I don't like to do it. That's why I don't like keeping them in there. You know, keep them in there in order to keep them from popping out in the boosters, but if you do it, you forget to sell it before you have that blue seal go in there. So I just lost one in there as a result of that. Well, looks like I get that one at least. Now, in the Buffoon pack, do we have something useful? A vampire. Flashcard. No, I think flashcard. I don't think flashcard I want it this time. That vampire, though. I know it's an eternal dread, but you want a vampire for the end of end game anyway. So therefore, it being eternal, I don't think is going to be all that much of a hindrance. Cartomancer. I'm not much very fond of the Onyx Agate at the moment. Plus 46. I need something. Cartomancer, I think, is going to be essential because that way I can have something to feed the vampire. That's the main thing I'm worried about at the moment. Now, Tarot Tycoon, we will get this to increase our chances of getting enhanced cards. I know this makes me wish I. Oh, no, that's right. Driver's license and the vampire just do not get along with each other. So, not going to worry about that. Let's not worry about the 8-ball. No. So, let's get along with it. The sun. That is not what I had in mind. Well, unfortunately, I think I just might have killed myself because this was a long-term investment scenario, and until the vampire starts kicking in, oh, I really don't like that. Oh, really? Well, okay. Those are probably 2 aces. And it's almost certainly 2 aces. I'm putting the king there just in case one of them is a king. And it's not like I'm in desperate straits for money at the moment. Alright, let's see. We do this. Yeah, I am below the curve. Yeah, so let's see. We want... Alright, what suit is this? This is a diamond. Of course, it could easily be the king of diamonds. Well, alright, falls back to a 3 of kind if things aren't good in there. It's a queen. Okay, well, that's just as bad as for the king. Alright, so... Oh, I do have... that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is nowhere near enough. So... that's my problem is, if you don't have enhancements in your deck already when you bring in the vampire, then this is what's going to happen. Oh! I wrote that off a little bit too early. I need more confidence in myself, don't I? Alright, what do you got here? Blind is the water. Well... Alright, we'll see what we got in the water. There, Arcana pack, standard pack. Oh, standard pack. We want something with an enhancement on it. And I think queens are our... Well, jacks are actually our best one, but they're not there. So let us take a king. It doesn't matter what enhancement we have on there because it's going to soon disappear anyway. What I do is I will sell this. So do I do stat to copy something or do I use a... I think I will do that because we need a little bit of oomph in that area. Let's see. We've got there. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. Extra consumable slot. Well, considering what happened to me earlier, maybe I better take that. So, chariot. Yes. Buy one of those. Definitely. That way we could start feeding the vampire. So that's a guaranteed feeding. There we can get rid of something we don't want. Alright. And the lovers. Oh, that's right, because we got a cartomancer. Yeah. Okay, so what we will do is. Alright, so what I'll do is I will put the chariot here. It doesn't matter where. I'll put the lovers here. And actually, what do we want? We got 3, 4, 6, 9. Alright, we'll do that. Now our vampire is starting to be fed. Okay, good. Now we're in business. Vampiric business, that is. Alright, we got 6s are fine. 7s and 7s and see checks. Yeah, okay. I was hoping to see if I had anything useful that I could start to build towards. Well, that I could hang. Alright, let's see. Let's 6 to 10. Oh. He says king, king. I do need to get a few more enhancements so that our vampire can feed on them. Actually, I really should be checking to see which one's better now. I should do that on occasion. Full House is 115.10 still, but this is 169. Yeah, the 2-pair is now better. So I need to keep that into account. I almost forgot to check on. Actually, what is the? Yeah. Well, the only reason why I'm not hanging the 4s, the 4s are good fodder for hanging at the moment. Unfortunately, I need them. There we go. Alright, judgment. Ooh. Oh, definitely take the magician. Right. I think judgment is probably not good at the moment because it could. Let's see. Golden sticker. Okay, well, I got plenty. Money is not my problem at the moment because the rocket's giving me 11 at the end of each turn, so it's a ridiculous amount in there. And I do want that. The Mad Joker is 9 versus, yeah, that's probably not. Well, this is where this is a drop in the bucket compared to that. But why am I even thinking about this? Because I'm certainly not going to. Oh, because I could just get one of these just for selling it. That's for sure. So I could at least keep some of the money. That would not be a bad idea. Actually, this is. Yeah, I'll take that one. Now I can sell this one. And I can use judgment. Smiley face is back. Oh well. Mega standard pack and. Oh yes, of course, because we are looking for enhancements. And I'll take the blue seal. And I will take that since the stone card is technically an enhancement. So now it's time to feed another vampire. Alright. Temperance. We got some. Alright, so a little bit more money. And ace, ace, queen, queen. Alright, so we get the magician here. Alright, good. And as for the hanged man, do I have anything that. is reasonable to be hanged. Oh, actually, now I think of it, there is. Yeah, there are only two queens in this. The queens are actually the best candidate. I have the 5, so I could still play my 2 pair. There we go. Now, off we go, and let's see, let's try this. 4, and do that. Alas, I'm in need of more food for the vampire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play this, play this, play this. More food for the vampire. We're at 1.5 after this, right? So it's a Jack of Hearts. If I don't get a 2 pair, I'm sunk. Okay, I do have a pair of 8s here. Ooh, wish that king were there earlier, because now it looks like I'm going to use it for its normal purpose. Now, is this enough? I don't think so. Oh. Unfortunately, the game is better at computing things than I am. Now, let's see what we've got. Well, I have no queen, so obviously that's not going anywhere. Mega Standard Pack. Food for Vampire. Well, let's see. We'll take you. And a Mega Standard Pack. I got the Jumbo and the Mega confused there. Alright, we will take the King. And how am I doing with 8s at the moment? 8s are saying. I mean, do I take the Stone card, which is actually going to be a random thing, or do I take the 8? Well, I guess I'll take that. At least I have the fallback of using it for money in some circumstances. Let's see what we've got here. Hanged Man. Might as well take Death also. Oh, water. No discards. Oh, this is going to be a real pain. Alright, we'll sell the star. King, 4/4. Let's discard the 9. Ooh, that wasn't too bad. The problem is getting more like that. Ace, 8, 8. $1.8. All right, we're decently across. Oh, I do have a death. That could help. All right, Jack, 9, 9. Jack, 9, 9. Is that going to be enough? Oh, well, I got Smiley Face. Yeah, that will help with the... If I have Smiley Face, that will help. I think that should be enough then. Here, what's our penultimate boss? The Goad. So, let's not depend too much on spades then. How am I doing on spades? Spades are a relatively high suit. So next time I run to a tarot card to change suits, if it's changing it away from spades, then I will use it. Let's see, so that's death and that. Oh, we got an Arcana pack here. Maybe we could. Now, what do I have? Let's see. We got twos, fours, 2479. 2479 are the ones where I could really 2, 4. All right, fine. I'll do the twos and threes. All right. So death. We want. I'd rather like to have some enhancements in here. Well, we got the chariot, so we can put a chariot onto an ace because we. All right. The death could be used a little bit later on. Ooh, a polychrome king. Well, the polychrome will stay intact, and the enhancement on top of it, of course, is what's going to be eaten by the vampire. Good. Everything else is here. Seed money? Well, we'll see. And a Hierophant. I will take that and keep the third slot open for the Cartomancer. Strength. Well, that could come in handy in order to help us get what we want. All right, 9988. All right, so we will use the Hierophant to do that. The vampire is now at double. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, oh. I was about to think, oh, maybe I could. Let's see, 5 into 6. I suppose I could do that. And then the 7 into an 8. Yeah. I was thinking of turning something into a jack, but I'm trying to get rid of spades at the moment, so I remember just in time not to do that. Let's try that. Okay, good. And we'll try that. Ooh, that was enough. All right, Hermit, obvious buy there. Hierophant, obvious buy there. Buffoon Pack. All right, let's see. We've got the trio, obviously not. Now, we are at endgame, so any persistent ones are going to last till the end of the game. You know, unless we did something like buy a hieroglyph or something like that. But in such circumstances, you wouldn't go around buying hieroglyphs. Okay, 8 of hearts, I don't see that helping all that much. So, none of these are tempting enough. I don't think I even want to sell something so that I could buy and sell. So let's get this up here. Uranus, obviously choice for that one. Okay, so we want no, the tower. All right, the moon. You know, I went through the goad without any trouble. I just remember we had to go there. I don't remember anything being debuffed that we had during that last boss fight. All right, Devil Moon. Yeah, well, looks like I'm not going to be wanting to use any of those things. So let's see what we've got here. 8855. Obviously, we'll go and take care of the hierophant for this. Okay, and how about using death for this? And one very hungry vampire. Well, now very full vampire. Now let's see, 8855. Yeah, so we're at 88 here times 2.6 mult. This is starting to work together. And I even got a planet card out of it. So we are getting huge amounts of interest now. For the rocket is really paying out. 13 for each round. So we are really piling in the money. Arcana and Spectral, so we can have a chance to use some of this stuff here. So let's get a... Alright, so what I'll start with is I will start with the High Priestess here. Mercury and Venus. Well, I'm not going to be... just in case of an emergency, I will use those since those are potential fallback items anyway. So let's try... see, the World. That doesn't matter. And the Emperor. So what we'll do is we'll have that up there. Now bring up the Arcana pack. Let's see, Lovers, Empress. So put the Empress on here. Okay, we'll put the Empress on those two. We can put the Chariot right over here. Okay. Death we could save for later. Twos. We could do the... How are we doing on eights? Eights. Okay, nothing really for strength, so we'll use strength within the turn itself. So that leaves the two aces that I talked about earlier for Empress. I mean, with the vampire in game, enhancements are quantity is better than quality. Oh no, please, not another Ouija. Alright, let's see. Purple Seal. Not exactly what I call top on my list of things I want there, but I think it's probably better than what the alternatives would be. Alright, well, I certainly don't want... Well, actually, the Abstract Joker would be worth 15. That's guaranteed, as opposed to Smiley Face is conditional. Oh, I don't know what the final boss is yet. Oh, but if it comes down to having to sell a Joker, then the Cartomancer is the perfect one to sell. Because it'll be useful until the very, very end fight. So we'll do this. Sell. That. Bring in the Abstract Joker. Alright, then that's a guaranteed 15. Lovers. Right, because I need the Cartomancer to be active, so sell that, and I'll bring in the Lovers. World Order. That. It'd be nice if I could get something that... Yeah, looks like going too much further down isn't going to help me all that much. Oh! This is why I haven't had the trouble with the goad yet, because I'm facing the goad now. I was wondering why. that explains a great deal. All right, so we'll use this. Use the. Somehow I was thinking we were starting ante 7. No, we were at the end of ante 7. All right, so 7 7 6 6. I actually got an idea here. It would just do that. No longer debuffed. All right, good and perfect. Nice food for the vampire. 85. Yeah, that was a triple. That was a really nice card. $169. Good. Let's discard those. The king. Well. All right. So now do. We could. Is that there? Oh, idiot! Oh. Well, it'll be around next turn. Forces one card to be selected. Good thing I'm doing 2 pairs. Alright. Yeah, that's. Okay, times 3. Alright. It'll hopefully come around later. Now, let's see. Uranus. Yeah, we'll take that. Standard pack is. Anything in here that would be nice and juicy? We've got 8 versus 4. We've got 8's plenty of. Okay, we're trying to get rid of 4, so we'll take the 8. Good. Hone. Foil hardware. No, but we're not looking for edition cards. We are looking for enhanced cards. So those are all nice. Let's roll that. The Fool. We could use that immediately. The High Priestess, more planet cards. How getting the Tower instead. One more reroll. Hanged Man. No. So let's head into here and start to see if we can actually win this. It's just okay, we've got another Fool here. Alright, so what do we want to do with this? Well, we'll take this 2, tower it. Okay, good. This king is. Okay, it has already been eaten by the vampire. So what we'll do is we'll take the chariot. We'll use you there. More food for the vampire. This is worth 123. If we get 5 of those, we have a pretty good chance of winning this. Of course, sometimes the luck of the draw does some nasty things to me, so I'm not going to say it's guaranteed yet. But we can work with what we've got. All right, now lovers could do something useful for me. Sun and Star, I don't care about those for the moment. Arcana. All right, the Chariot in there, the Empress. Oh, yes, we will impress that. Good. What's in the standard pack? Oh. Okay, we don't want that, obviously, but will take that king. Temperance. Well, never hurts to have a little extra money. Erosion would be useless in this circumstance. I mean, I think there are probably going to be complaints about my deck being too big as it is. Good. And one more roll. Nah. Let's go into there. The star. Useless. Now, let's try selling that. Ooh, boy. Is luck going to betray me at the end? I have been betrayed! I have been betrayed. Oh, boy. Oh, I really needed to discard that. Okay, so. Alright, good. Finally got something that I could work with. And oh, let's use the Magician on this. And use the Lovers on this. Good. And all right, I'll do that. These. Oh, come on. Four of a kind is worth so little here. How much is five of a kind going to be worth? Well, no, I need to do four of a kind, not five of a kind. The reason why, because if I did five of a kind, I might not have enough aces for whatever follows. And now, yeah. Oh, that's the biggest betrayal of. I've been betrayed at the end by my cards on several occasions, but this is certainly the worst betrayal I've ever had. Look what I have got in here. I've got, all right, okay, eights should have been to fives, twos, what? Kings. Where are my kings? Well, I think I should have done a pivot in here and seen if I could build up a five of a kind area or something. I don't know, because looking at this, yeah, I think I needed a second area built up in order to do anything. But it looks like the kings did betray me. They all stay hidden way down at the bottom there. And unfortunately, it results in a very disappointed loss here. Yeah, the joke's on me, all right. Good job, Jimbo. Well, that was the. Yeah, so that was my game with the Zodiac deck. It looked like it was going pretty well. I think that if it weren't for that really, really bad round right over there, I think I could have actually have pulled off a win there. But unfortunately, it looks like a little bit of a safety net was needed in there that I did not take into account. Probably needed to get a few Mars cards to get that four of a kind up, just in case something like that happened to me. Or maybe try to pivot something, because that was a real mess. That was a real mess over in there. And Problem is, you can't always take everything into account. So what am I going to do next time? Well, let's have a look. We've got the painted deck. The painted deck is a real challenging deck, I find, because you get 2 extra hand sizes. So it's as if you've got the palette and the paintbrush in there. So that's the +2 in there. But -1 Joker slot. And because of -1 Joker slot, things are going to try to balance out all those Jokers a lot more than you have to do. Like taking an Eternal Rocket on turn 1 would probably have absolutely no hope of helping you in any way in this one. While it looked like it was going to work well here, but as you saw the end result on that matter here. So next time, painted deck, orange stake, and we'll see how that works out in the next episode of Piney Plays Balatro.